What are your guys' opinion on mud shakes?
Mud
Never
shakes?
had it.
Never,
Vodka mud shakes.
never had it. What's in it? The hell? What's a mud shake?
Chocolate? It's like a milkshake, but it has vodka in it.
Okay, I'd probably fucking
Oh,
die if I
wait,
had
wait.
that.
What? You'd probably what?
So I'd probably die of alcohol poisoning. That because I fucking probably it's so good I'd had too many.
Oh yeah, no. It's only 5%, but you
Oh,
know I'm gonna get drunk off. The ingredients are as follows: water, vodka, sugar, glucose syrup, palm oil, cream, in brackets milk, milk protein, natural and artificial flavors, skim milk, powder, color, mono, and diglycerides of fatty acids. I have no idea. Carrageenan, potassium phosphate,
that
and then it becomes French. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what I'm putting in
potassium
my bowl.
phosphate.
Phosphate I've at least heard of potassium phosphate.
I've never heard of it. No, yeah,
Oh, I'm drunk. I'm drunk.
it sounds good. I'd try it out one day.
Yeah, I
Try out.
tried to.
Make that day be today. Don't let your dreams be dreams, man.
I tried the other flavor first though.
I still
I
need to
like the
try
real
White Claw
cheese
too.
beer.
I keep hearing White Claw is really good. I'm just hoping White Claw isn't one of those overrated drinks. I
Fuck is
keep
White Claw.
it's vodka.
Mm. I had my Mike's Hard Lemonade.
It's like a vodka soda. Biggie. I keep hearing
What's your favorite?
the good things.
What's your favorite drink?
Rum
Rum and Coke. What type of rum? White or spiced?
spiced.
Spiced?
Yeah.
Jeez, I like a little bit of white rum. I find it goes down smoother because I
No,
can't drink.
no, no.
No, because spice, I'm always like making faces and go like.
Well, I've had white spiced and it's not.
Wait, white spice? It's white or spice. It's not white spice. Is it?
I
Is it
swear I've had white spiced.
white spice? No, I don't think so. No, because there's white rum and there's spice rum. White spice.
Yeah,
That's interracial rum.
unless it was just white. But I've drank. See, I can drink regular rum or spiced rum out of the bottle without even hesitating.
Well, I have done that before.
And it goes down pretty smooth.
Uh,
But when I tried white
white
rum,
goes. Yeah.
it does smooth at all. White choke, and
I think you got your rums backwards because white rum goes down super smooth for me. I've done spiced rum straight. I did it on a New Year's once. It's the only time I ever blacked out drunk because yeah, I wasn't mixing it with any Coke or anything. And we're playing
ooh,
drinking games, and I was just like, "It's the day. It was the time where I was calling everyone brother. You're my brother, Anakin. I loved you. You were the chosen one." CJ, what's your favorite drink?
I like vodka. Really, any
That's
mix
good.
with it. I think it's specific.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to have vodka anymore.
vodka's good.
Vodka shot, Jello shots.
A nice little vodka soda. Ooh, I love that. That's like my second favorite little thing to drink.
Your second favorite thing. Boys, we need to do Jello shots once this is all over.
Oh, yeah. Jello shots. Oh my gosh. Vodka. Yeah, freaking raspberry vodka. Oh.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. What we did was we took raspberry vodka, mixed it with some raspberry Jello, but we didn't have any cups or anything, so we just put in a bunch of friggin' ice cube trays. We ate it like we lined up and ate it with a bunch of spoons, like it was a soup kitchen. We were all dribbling in each other's cups and stuff. It was actually nasty. This happened right before Corona happened. If we waited like 2 more weeks, we actually would have all been dead from the Corona.
Probably not,
Yes.
but
No, 100%, 100%. We would have been buried 6 feet under. I may have been cremated because my parents are cheap, They're not gonna listen to me on YouTube.
My parents are cheap.
He, no, literally, my freaking grandfather was cremated. Literally, I swear my dad told me that my grandfather once said, like, yo, literally, if you could, or like if I could, I'd have you just put my body in a garbage bag and throw it to the side of the curb if, like, you could. Whatever's cheapest.
Heck,
Just
Oh my
dispose of it.
god.
Yee.
That's
We're,
fucking
we're a fam.
fucked.
Like, being cheap is engraved into my DNA.
yikes.
But, like, I kind of get it. Like, I don't know, like, I'm fucking dead. You're not gonna eat me because cannibalism's fucked. Like, just fucking get rid of me. I don't give a fuck. I'm dead.
Ah, I don't know.
Well, I get it, but also it's like not the best way to dispose of the body.
It's
No,
not.
no,
The cremation thing is fine. Like it's fine, but just to have
no.
a formal kind of funeral.
I'd rather
rather-
be
What's up?
cremated than
Yeah.
buried. I'd actually rather be.
I want to be frozen like Walt Disney and brought back to life with spider powers.
Is he actually frozen? No way.
I don't think it's confirmed, but there's been like a joke or like for time that Walt Disney's
Yeah,
been
it's like a running
frozen.
thing, running joke.
But I don't think that's real.
Actually, though, like what do these? What do they expect when he wakes up in like 1,000 years to build a new theme park? He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Yeah.
What is
How,
happening?
how do I use a
Well, I
cell
know-
phone? What's a cell phone? What's a tablet? What's the internet?
No, if freaking Walt Disney came back to life, he'd actually probably be pissed. He'd be like, because I know that I don't know if it was Bob Iger or Bob Eisner or like one of the fucking CEOs. They took a bunch of animators that were in a building that I believe him and his brother made specifically for animators, moved them to like a different lot and shit. Like, again, this guy was really into animation, like a producer, and like a lot of the things that he's probably done have been undone, which might be good for the company, might be bad. Disney's not really Disney anymore. It's more like a home for like properties and brands, I find, which is kind of annoying. But
Submission. Oh, no.
submission.
Where do we go?
How do you dance? Wait, how do you dance again? I don't remember how to do it.
Oh,
Here we go. You're right on the D-pad. Gee.
wait, look at my dance. Look at my dance. Right?
Gee.
You interrupted my podcast flow with dancing inside a video game. Audience can't see dancing. The audience can't see you dancing, Brian.
You know what? I'm putting it in. Alright, what were you saying, Mick?
Oh, no, I'm just saying that. I was just saying that. I feel like Disney has become more of a home of like brands, like Marvel, Star Wars, all that stuff, rather than just like Disney. Disney doesn't feel like we're
Oh.
Disney anymore.
Disney
or before, like
is
you know,
definitely not Disney. Like
yeah, like remember when Disney used to make Disney products and not Marvel and Star Wars products?
yeah, but
Yeah.
also like just yeah, like wasn't Mickey Mouse their freaking mascot? I think he still is, but like they haven't really done
Hmm.
anything with Mickey Mouse or any of those.
Well, no, I've been saying that. Where I know Bugs Bunny. Like at least from what I've seen now, I'm not watching childhood cartoons anymore. But when I grew up, I was watching that Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. Like Bugs Bunny got like a lot of work in my life.
Well, they always remake those.
But-
They've been remaking.
Yeah,
So they don't get enough. Like they don't get enough views, I guess. Like kids
Enough
are just not.
traction, yeah.
Yeah, kids aren't
I've seen the
interested in them
most recent Looney Tunes one they did, unless they have a new one. But
Lunatics
I've seen it.
Unleashed.
It wasn't bad. Like it wasn't that bad of a show.
I think kids are just more into the.
Is that the one
superhero
with
crap.
Lola? Well, no, it's not. Kids are more into super. I mean, kids have always been into, like when I grew up on Teletoon had like Night or Teletoon Retro or whatever. It had like the '60s Spider-Man, it had like the '60s Incredible Hulk. It had fucking the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. Like it had all of that stuff.
Also, Bugs Bunny doesn't really like Looney Tunes doesn't really have like a storyline to follow. It's just a bunch of skits.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bunch of short films. Most of
Yeah.
dude, but there's still storylines you could. They're independent, but like, and they have overarching
I
themes.
feel like
Like again,
I feel like people nowadays they're more interested in that season storyline of
like serialized,
just having a
serialized rather than
even kids. I feel
Yeah.
like nowadays are just more they're more into like a just a straight out story that you follow throughout seasons instead of
Well,
just
Yeah.
like skits.
I understand that, but I mean, like, I remember when I watched Dragon Ball as a kid, and I stopped watching Dragon Ball, but I
Oh,
kept watching Looney Tunes because I had to go up to my college and I'd lose a couple episodes. I'd be like, okay, what the fuck's happening right now? But with friggin' Bugs Bunny and stuff, I could always be like, no, friggin' Pepe Le Pew's friggin' chasing that cat's ass again, like
yeah, I
doing
remember.
the same old thing.
Monjari, we will make sweet love under the moonlight.
No, because again, like you always kind of know what to expect. Like Bugs Bunny's always going to outsmart someone. Daffy Duck's always going to be a fucking dickhead about it. But like, the stories were
No, they were
told
entertaining.
like at a beginning, middle,
Like
and an end.
yeah.
So I think they were good for that. Like, no, I've been looking at Bugs Bunny or Looney Tune collections and stuff because I want to purchase them. I was watching some on YouTube under Warner Brother Kids. We're not sponsored by any of these motherfuckers.
Also,
I wish we were.
I've seen like back when, like what was it, like maybe 6 years ago. I saw like the latest one at the time, and they try to be modern with it, and I feel like it just doesn't work. Like they'll be in like a house, and like they'll
Oh
be
yeah,
like
Bugs Bunny
yeah.
set
shouldn't be in a house.
set.
Bugs Bunny
Oh, you're
shouldn't be in a
deep.
house.
They'll be just in like a
No,
modern
no, no.
modern.
Bugs Bunny should be in a hole in the ground with the sign
Yeah,
Bugs Bunny.
he
They'll,
shouldn't.
they'll,
He shouldn't be in a house.
like they're living like him and Daffy are literally living in a house, and they're
Oh
living
yeah,
in
no, I've seen some of
alongside like a
these.
modern society, and it's just like why just make it the original. Don't try to
Well,
modernize it.
I don't even think that they need to make it the original. I'm fine with them trying new stuff because I'm not gonna watch it anyways. But like I don't I like the classic Chuck Jones directed shorts personally, and
No, I
I
like
don't
that
think they
too.
need to they don't need to like remake the old stuff or
We're
continue it
not.
that way because we have
Yeah.
all that stuff. And if they make new stuff that kids like, sure. But if I ever fucking have kids, I'm gonna show them the old Chuck Jones ones because that's what I saw, and those ones are fucking.
No,
Dude,
no.
I
Yeah.
watched them yesterday, and I was dying of laughter. Just freaking Daffy Duck, like putting all these signs up, being like, "It's rabbit season! Shoot him, Elmer Fudd! Shoot Bugs Bunny in the fucking dome!" I was friggin' dead.
The best one
Imagine
is literally Bugs Bunny when it's with Elmer Fudd, and he has like the Viking helmet on, and it's like kill the
no, yeah,
rabbit, kill the rabbit.
kill the wild.
I love that.
No, again, like there's a story. The story about that was Chuck Jones. He went out with his guys. He saw like this whole big operatic, like it's a real opera. It's like 3+ hours long and shit, right? And he just condensed into this like 8-minute short film or whatever. And I remember he was asked what he thought about Space Jam because Chuck Jones was alive during Space Jam. He didn't like Space Jam. I like Space Jam, but I do think Chuck Jones's short films are better personally. Just yeah, I still think I really like him. I'm not shitting on Space Jam, but he
Space Jam's
shitted on
awesome.
Space Jam. Well, no, what Chuck Jones said about it was like friggin' no, it's shit. Bugs Bunny could have solved the problem in 8 minutes, and I can't kind of argue with him
I mean,
because
Space Jam's a pretty terrible movie. I mean, it's a nostalgic movie from our childhood. It's not good. I never thought it was
It's
good.
hype. Space Jam's
I
hype.
love
I
Everybody,
think
Space
it's.
Jam.
it's not a good movie. It's not good.
I would say
No,
it's a
I'm not.
good movie.
Yeah,
I would say
it's
that
pretty good.
it's
I
a
never
good
thought it
movie.
was.
It serves its purpose, and
Space
it
Jam.
has a storyline that
Space Jam.
works.
Space Jam was the first movie that I like the soundtrack. I literally burnt the CD out. Where like I listened to it so many times that I burnt the CD out.
You can do
When I was a kid,
that.
I never thought it was. Yeah, like we're to the point where the CD starts skipping and shit. Like yeah, like I listened to it that much. I
I
love
knew you
Space
could do
Jam.
that with VHS. I didn't know you could do that with CDs. Shit, man.
Yeah, yeah, like I love Space Jam so much. It was my favorite movie, but I didn't think it was good. I actually thought it was a pretty bad movie, and like
No.
I mean,
Shit.
a lot of the acting, a lot like the characters. There was like supposed to be a sexy bunny where she was supposed to be
Oh no,
literally
Lola's
sexy,
hype. No, I'd
Oh,
slam
and
Lola.
it's like
I'd
Lola,
it's
slam
like
Lola.
it's like what are you trying to do here? Make me into a furry? Like give
Yo,
me
yo,
sexual
that
costumes
movie
with towels
successfully
and
turned me into a furry. I'm currently
like
in
give me weird
a Pepe
sexual
Le Pew
costumes with towels
costume.
and turn me into Right. No, but like it's not like I don't think it's a great movie. It's just
You're a little deep
oh,
there on the mic,
hold on.
Brant. Kenny, I'm a little tipsy right now.
No,
I swear you
I
had
said
one sip. Oh my
This
god.
guy had 2 sips of this freaking thing and he's drunk.
I said I thought it was
Right.
yeah, as a kid I never thought it was a great movie. But I liked it. I thought it
Racist.
was yeah. Well, I thought the acting from a lot of them I like the acting from a lot of them the humans was really bad.
Well, yeah, no, because all the humans, they're
Really
friggin'
bad. I know they're
yeah, because they're
basketball
all
players, but
basketball players. Like they're not really like
I
Michael
don't know.
Jordan. Like he's just acting against a green screen, which is fucking hard on the best of times. And Michael Jordan isn't really an actor.
Not an actor.
And
He
like
did
he
a
ain't.
great. I think he did a great job, especially if you're.
I don't think he did a great job. I
Yeah,
thought he
it's
did a
not
fine job.
like
I think it
okay.
was good, but
But
I wouldn't call it great. I'm not trying to be
it's
racist.
yeah, no,
Like
it's not. I
it's
mean,
not a great job.
it's just like I wouldn't say it's terrible. It's not a terrible movie or anything. It's not bad. It's not okay. It's not like it's not bad, but it's just like looking back on it as a movie. Like looking back on it, watching it today, I'd probably just watch it. Yeah, that was all right.
Yeah, no, I think it's just I
You
think
know,
it's like it's not like cinematic, it's not like groundbreaking or nothing. I think it's
yeah, it's
fun. Like
not great. It's just,
it's a movie I put on before, and like it's like yeah, it's a Saturday, it's like 2 p.m. I'm eating some snacks and stuff, and yeah, it's a movie.
it's a
It's
movie
fun.
that if it came out
Oh,
today, we'd look at it and be like, that looks, and we would never watch that. And it's like,
Well, no, I like a lot of Looney Tune things. I don't think I'd go that far.
Yeah,
I
I was
don't
gonna
think.
say, I think I could still watch it. I feel like people would
I don't
still.
know
Well,
if I
they are
would.
going to. That's why they're redoing.
yeah. Aren't they making a second one with LeBron?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that I think the nostalgia it paints the movie is better than it was because I don't really think that movie's great.
No, I do think a lot of the Chuck Jones directed Mel Blanc freaking
Well, that's some
short
classic
films
and
are
fantastic.
like yeah they're like I think those are friggin' great. But no, again, like I don't hate space. There's a lot of there's one I like it was a modern one actually where it was Daffy Duck being super greedy and stuff, and it was like a Christmas Carol and stuff. I really liked that one. I don't know what the hell it was called, but like I know like it involved Marvin the Martian. He's like looking off at Mars. He's like, "I miss home." This is really off
This
topic,
is
but
a this is a move. This is a movie.
Scrooge McDuck.
yeah, no, it's not Scrooge McDuck. It's not Scrooge McDuck. Scrooge McDuck is fucking Disney. This is Daffy Duck. He like owns them all, and he's friggin'
Oh, I know. I know what you're talking about.
you know,
Not called
have you
Scrooge
seen it?
McDuck.
Have you seen
Yeah, I've
it?
seen. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's hype. I actually like that's one of the few
What's it?
modern movies I've seen that I like.
What's it called?
I have no idea. It's basically like Daffy Duck's A Christmas Carol or some bullshit, I guess. I could try to Google it, but
Oh, like
Oh,
for me, like,
Yeah.
cause like I've also built a routine. Like it's been like wake up and like do different stuff like meditate and stuff like that. Like I've been
meditate.
working out. I've been meditating for like since January. Like that's
Tight.
Yeah,
been
you gotta
just a thing
meditate.
for me.
I
Like
really don't have to meditate.
No,
you know, it's not for
Good.
everyone. Like it's not for
Good.
everyone. It's just
I'm
like
not.
it's just
It-
like,
it-
It
it
should be for
isn't.
everyone. It
I
should be
looked
for
I
everyone.
looked that up.
You
I
could-
looked up meditating, and I was gonna do it, but I seen like I didn't know how like it could affect your fucking health. Like I didn't know that.
Meditating is
Like
good for
your
your health,
head.
yeah.
No, I know. I'm saying how it can like the side effects too. Like it could really fuck your brain up. I mean, not if not
Meditating
done
can-
correctly or like whatever. Like I mean,
Meditating
like
can fuck
I
your
think it's like
brain up?
seizures or something like that. I don't know. Like bro, I'm very like I'm
it
Meditating
depends.
can
I
fuck your
mean,
brain up? I've
like
is that a
like your
conspiracy theory?
head. No, okay, like okay. Let me okay,
Because
hold on.
because
Why do I
that's
feel this?
that's literally the most. I feel like that's the most insane. How do you?
okay,
Hold on, hold on.
wait, hear me out. What's he good? Like,
Um,
yeah.
there's this app I remember download, and no, trust me, like I wanted to do it, right? And I'm someone that experiences muscle spasms like every day.
Oh, Billy, I feel you on that.
So I was just trying to look for a relief to like kind of control his muscle spasms and stuff. Just like
Okay.
just
Kind of
relax.
like muscle twitches.
And
Yeah.
yeah. I have it every day. It's fucked.
I have those in my arms sometimes, but not every day.
I have it everywhere.
I feel a twitch in my wee wee.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
continue.
Yeah, I even my dick too. Sometimes. Anyways,
Wait, you being serious? Or
No, I'm being dead ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
twitches, they're really bad, man. They're actually
No,
shit.
I've had muscle spasms probably in twitches like about 2.5 years now.
It's anxiety, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, it's anxiety. It's completely anxiety. And I was just looking for a way to relieve it. And trust me, I wanted to, and there's this app I seen like on YouTube, like it was just like an ad, and I like downloaded that or the app, and I remember seeing like the warnings about it, like just like I don't know. There's warnings that. Okay, what I'm saying, I can't remember the warnings off by heart right now, but I remember. Trust me, I wanted to do it, but then like I read the warnings and I was like, no, like I'm not doing this.
I have a question though.
But like Lamont said though, like sorry, like Lamont said.
It's literally.
Oh, I'm not
only
saying
beneficial
okay.
for
I
you.
don't know. I don't know if it would cause seizure. I'm just saying
It might be the app that can.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just saying there's
probably the app.
all
Yeah.
I'm saying there's some mental thing that stirred me away from it. I couldn't remember what it was. I wanted to say
Meditating will
seizures.
take away your twitches.
No, there was a thing. There was a warning
It's
on
the
that.
truth. I have them. I
Dude, there was
literally have what he goes through.
There was a warning on the app.
app.
There was a warning on the app that steered me away from it. I don't know what it was, but
Okay,
I remember
Billy.
I wanted to do it.
Billy, I just
didn't
want to
do it.
tell you, Billy, meditating will not give you seizures. It's not bad for your health. I feel like that's like.
Okay.
I always thought meditation. I always thought meditation was
hold on,
to
everybody.
It's like a
improve
Hold on.
your.
this feels like a
Hold on.
podcast topic right
Hold
now.
on. I think the warnings that. Okay, now I'm not saying that those warnings aren't serious, but I know with video games and everything, there's seizure warnings and stuff. So I think if there is any visual or audio things,
I guarantee
They
you.
can't
No, no. With
they can't
meditating,
control.
usually closing
But
your
also,
eyes.
but
I guarantee you there was
I don't
something on
meditate.
the app. I guarantee you there was some sort of light thing on the app that they had to do some like that they had to warn you about because
Yeah.
you meditating can never it can never be negative for you. That's
It relaxes your body.
ever.
Meditation, doesn't
It can
it?
never
That's
be
the
negative
idea
for you
behind it,
ever.
right?
You guys said it wasn't for everyone. It's not for
Yeah,
everyone.
I think it's for everybody. I think it's for everybody.
I also
Everybody
It can be
Meditation
beneficial, but like
is good.
it takes a
everybody
sense
should
of like
meditate.
dedication towards.
I swear
it to
there is
actually
a dark
get
side of the mind, though. I've heard
what?
with meditating. I've heard with meditating, there's a thing called the dark side of the mind.
Where you
You
guys
can't
are getting
actually
wrecked over here.
I
impact
think
your
it's,
mental health
I,
negatively.
Meditating, all meditating is like when you. It's literally just when you
You're
sit there.
focusing. You're taking a moment for yourself. Is like
No,
how,
you're focusing on
That's
the.
how
You're
I see
literally focusing on the thoughts that's going through your brain. You're focusing on the thoughts, but you're literally just letting them pass. You're not
Yeah.
attaching. You're not attaching yourself to them. You're literally just okay. Well, you're thinking about something. Oh, that came into my head. Okay, all right. Well, now it's gone. That's
a way of
literally
training your
what it
mind.
is.
Yeah.
That sounds like the way I
Training your mind.
live. That sounds like the way I live.
It's the way of training your mind to be just calm and accepting, and you just don't. That's the gist of it. That's one form of meditation.
I'll give you this
Yeah,
name. This is from the epilepsy.com, like their website. Proponents of meditation tout its ability to reduce seizures in people with epilepsy. With those more skeptical, contend that regular practice of meditation can actually increase and induce epileptic seizures.
All right. Well,
Ever since I had my episode like time ago, I don't know. I'm just anything scares me. Like I don't.
all right. Well.
Well, I mean, like
I
if you
think-
don't,
I
if you
think
feel
both
like
of y'all are
you don't
valid.
need to practice it, then like you don't like. You
No,
don't
I
have
know.
to. Like, that's
I would say for the vast majority of people, you're not going to get a seizure if you meditate. Like for the vast majority.
But also,
of people, you're
Kenny,
not gonna
I don't think
Like,
when
if
you
you-
said that, like, if
like,
you
Billy-
meditate, it will stop this. I don't think you can promise that either, because everyone's going to react differently, though.
Because-
No, but I get what
Okay,
he's saying. I get what he's
okay,
saying. I
listen,
get what.
listen to what I'm saying for a sec. Because meditating, it's not like a thing where
Shit.
okay, I smoke weed and I get this effect on it. Billy smokes weed and he gets this effect. It's not really like that though. It's meditating's like a skill. It's like a skill. It literally just calms your mind out. It
Oh,
doesn't
I'm not-
have a. I'm more saying this to Mitch. That's saying like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm not
more
on
saying
the
this to
side
Mitch.
of
No, I'm more
not.
saying this to Mitch.
I'm not on the
Yes.
side that's not like it not works. I think it
No,
works.
yeah.
I'm just scared.
No, I'm
That's
not
it.
saying. I'm not saying that it doesn't work either. I'm just saying I feel like people could,
Can I
because like,
respawn?
say you're trying to train, right? Say you're
okay,
trying to
I'm
train
gonna
and you're trying to learn to let the things pass, but you can't quite fucking do that yet. It could theoretically, you could latch onto those thoughts and so I don't know. I'm just saying.
that because
Well, okay,
because
but it also
Mitch, the only
you're
reason I'm
speaking from your
opposing this,
experience, right?
the only reason I'm
Watch out! Watch
opposing
out!
this is because I don't want to because literally what you're saying is so well like people should be scared to meditate because it could
No, I'm not
possibly
saying people
cause
should be scared to
confusion.
meditate. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people might have different reactions to certain things,
Reactions?
or not even
Yeah,
reactions, but just different experiences.
No,
People
I
have different
agree.
experiences. Your experience will not be the same for everybody. I'm not saying he's going to have a seizure, none. I'm just saying just because some was good for you doesn't mean it's going to be good for everybody.
I
That's
get
all
what
I'm
you're saying.
saying.
I get what you're saying, Mitch. But I think, and I agree. Like honestly, I think what Lamont and Keeney were saying about like how that it probably was just like a warning, like they kind of have to put it out there just in case, kind of thing. I think that probably was it.
Yeah.
But let me
No,
tell
I
you,
think so too.
it wasn't no except and like a 18-page fucking terms and agreements I fucking found in there. Like it was like a 10-word slide in orange and like a nice calming thing where it says you might have
Yeah,
seizures. I'm
yeah,
like,
that's bad.
okay, I'm out. Like,
That's
oh,
some
I'm
bad
good.
presentation. Yeah,
That's
I'd
what
be
I'm
happy.
saying.
That's some bad presentation.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It wasn't like a
I mean,
I
I feel like they legally have to say that though. That they legally.
No, that's what I said. That's what I just said.
Wait,
Yeah,
I was just going
it is probably like a video game thing, but yeah, no. If I saw a slideshow saying like you might have seizures, I ain't riding the Leviathan that day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of it. But like,
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, if you have history of seizures, yeah. Well, but here's another thing too. Is like there's
It's
different.
epileptic. Yeah, and you have history of seizures, and you have a lot of seizures, and you see that message.
if
and
I can
you
find it,
use the
I
word
will
and
for you guys.
But
But I'm
Oh,
pretty
God.
sure you guys are right on this one. I don't know. I don't think it's for me.
Anxiety,
it works for you.
anxiety,
Fuck yeah, go
anxiety
for it.
is
Oh my God,
anxiety,
no, no, no,
buddy.
no, no.
Like you
If
can't
you're
really
scared,
control it.
I'm scared.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
That's
I
kind of
think
what
I'm
I'm saying,
scared of this.
Brandon.
I'm dead, bro.
anyway, meditating is a good thing.
But Brandon,
Yeah, it is.
also, I get what you're saying, Brandon.
No,
But
it's not.
also
It's not
with
good,
that
bro.
attitude, it's like fuck. You're just letting it be you. I'm against pills. I don't fucking take any pills.
No,
I
you
don't take any
gotta
medication.
like obviously
That's a good thing.
don't let anxiety control you. That's not.
No, I haven't. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, it's got its moments, and that's
There's-
not letting it control you.
There's
Just
better.
because you have a bad day
Yeah, exactly.
or whatever, it doesn't mean it controls you. Just that's
Yeah,
part
no.
of it.
No,
You're gonna
there's-
have your bad
there's,
days.
there's different ways to control it, and
Oh.
everybody has their methods, and everybody's different with that. And
think
if
That's a big fact,
if
Brandon.
meditation helps you with something like that, then that's good. Like, but
But-
every there's different ways for everybody. There's different ways.
Like the thing with me, I'll explain to you my reason for even like starting to do it. Like I've never been the person that's been like anxious and like all that type of stuff. Like I just did it. One, because I was curious on just like how the practice of meditation is, and two is like it just helps me focus. It helps me focus more into a task and helps me like I guess like center myself.
Suck dick,
more.
yeah.
And like I'm just eating all types of. I mean,
What?
No, that's
No,
fine,
like-
though.
What exactly
Yeah.
do you do when you do
Yeah,
it?
like, yeah.
it's just
Give me a
it's
rundown.
type of, okay, so
Shit.
I'm using an app called Balance, and it has like different types of classes, and basically like it starts off like it ranges from like 3 minutes to as long as like 20 minutes. And basically the type of activities I've been doing is like breath focus, just like focusing on like my breathing, and like other stuff like acts of positivity and all that type of stuff, like wishing goodwill upon like people that you don't even know.
Oh,
like,
wishing
it's
goodwill.
a
I can't do that.
That's a way of meditation.
Yeah, no, there's different. That's the thing, though. Meditation, there's no specific way to meditate. There's different ways to do it. So that's like the great thing about it. It's like you can.
But are you saying that because like you like changing it up? Or are you just saying like, or do you stay to your like same routine?
Well, right now I'm like doing plans, so like there's different like I'm doing different stuff, but eventually like the plan's gonna run out, so I'm just gonna stick to like a certain routine. And there's even like meditation for like falling asleep and like just relaxate. Like there's a whole procrastination, even like there's a whole bunch. Even like there's a meditation where like is literally just silence, and you just sit there and you have to let you dictate how the
That's
meditation
the one I
goes.
do most of the time. That's the one where I try to do is like like when you sit there and when you're thinking and stuff, you try to like not attach yourself to the thought. So like when it
Exactly.
comes, I think what you get from it is that you just realize you get like this weird like big-headedness like about the world. It's like it's a weird feeling like because
Almost.
you start to realize like wow, all these thoughts aren't actually me.
Yeah.
It's like these thoughts are just
Uh,
coming into my head, and like then you start to realize like well, if
Ah.
I'm perceiving my thoughts and my thoughts are like this,
Like you're the one that's
person-
dictating your thoughts, right?
I get
Yeah.
that
yeah,
too.
you're kind of just like you're perceiving the thoughts coming into your head, and then when you perceive them coming into your head, you kind of realize, wow, like these thoughts don't control me, but like no thought controls me.
Because
Thoughts
it's
are
not
just-
a part. It's not really you.
Yeah,
It's
thoughts
just
are
these
literally-
fucking thoughts that are coming in your head.
and you
Yeah.
start to realize
I see.
that's kind
That's
of
like one of the
meditation is.
benefits. Sorry,
One
what
of
you're
the main
saying?
things. Yeah, it's like one of the main things of meditation. You
Shit.
start to take in that like, yeah, my thoughts are just objects or they're just things that are just in my head and they don't control me. I'm not them and everything. Like
Good job.
it kind of you just kind of get like this peace of mind, like a complete
And I might
peace of
start.
mind after you do it for like
I can
30
recommend.
minutes.
I could send you a link to an app I've been using.
And you
If
also
you want, yeah, could you do
there's
that?
also a really
Yeah,
cool
I can,
thing
for sure.
where I get this effect where if I do it for long enough, like if I do it for 30 minutes and I do it like seriously concentrate and try to do it, I literally disappear. Like it's like I come to,
Jeez,
like yeah, like
Matt.
I'll come
Houdini.
to like 30 minutes later, and I'm like, oh wow, like I actually lost time there. Like where was I? What was I experiencing?
No, when you do it long enough, you start feeling that. Because like right now,
Yeah,
like
you-
what I've been doing for 15 minutes, and like I've been feeling like
You disappear. You don't you lose your sense of self almost sort of thing.
Have
Like,
you,
you're not experiencing anything. You like slip into this weird. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like a really weird.
have you guys
thing.
ever heard of
yeah.
sleep? Have you guys ever heard of sleep meditation, where it's like you put on like a YouTube video and it's like it plays like these like a person talking to you, like talking, and it's or
I've
like
done
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
I've
those
heard
things
that,
before,
yeah.
Brian.
Heard
I've done
that,
one of
yeah.
those things before, but it was for learning another language, and I had this weird out of body experience where I felt like my soul was escaping my body, and I never fucking did it again. I was like,
oh my goodness. No, I remember I
feel like-
remember I was gonna try it because I have sleeping problems sometimes. Like I have insomnia.
I wouldn't recommend it.
And I was like, I was like, oh,
But again, mine
this
was
is
sleeping.
interesting. But I just don't think I don't feel like I feel like I just cannot fall asleep to somebody talking in my ear
No,
about
I
something
think
I'm
that's
like,
what happened to
I don't
me,
know.
Brian. Like again, mine was for learning language, but what happened, I think, for me was I wasn't sleeping, so I was becoming delirious. I thought
Yeah.
I was leaving my body because I was like on the cusp of being asleep, but someone kept talking to me, so I was staying awake
Yeah.
but almost
Oh
asleep.
yeah,
and I just,
I don't know,
Because I've
I just find
had
it
a
weird.
lot of things where like I'm about to be asleep and I hear someone's voice that's not my own. And I'm like, dude,
I
say
found
that
that
again.
weird
That's just
too.
voice.
Like falling
That's like
asleep
a
to
different
music.
massage. Yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Who does that? I can't fall
Or
asleep
like
to
or
music.
like
Yeah, I
ocean
can't
watch
ocean
the
sounds,
video.
ocean sounds and stuff.
That I can. Yeah, I don't know.
Have you guys
Yeah.
like heard of the ocean ones too, like the ocean noises and
Oh, have you guys heard of this one too? It's
I
actually
can hear
sick.
nothing.
It's these sheep that are just like jumping over the fence, and you count them, and
oh jeez,
Mountain
I like
Okay,
that
no,
one.
I hated it. Like I tried doing that as a
I
kid.
count
and I'm like,
CJs.
I hated doing it.
They're just the bare CJs just jumping over,
One
did not-
CJ, two CJ.
but they're not even like on four legs. They're just like human CJs just jumping.
Bare naked
It's just
Doesn't
CJ
matter.
doing
I'm
a dunk
just-
and ball. Just
no, I'm literally just imagining CJ like standing arms straight down. He's just like jumping on his tippy toes.
Yeah,
He's just, like,
yeah.
twirling.
For me, it's like a little hop. It's not even like
Just a
a.
little, yeah.